Fellow traders, 'tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you on Friday, May the 15th, the year's 2026. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, when you are trading, have your risk management in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose while you are trading. It's really important. So let's dive in, take a look at the week. According to the dashboard, all the weekly open gaps have filled. We can see the pound dollar is 262 pips below that weekly open, and it's making new lows as we speak, 329 pips off the high. It just really came down and took a tumble. Look, it's like the previous midpoint of this big bar right here, because this is a return bar. Who knows? Maybe it's going to return. Taking a look at the month, you can see here we're right near the monthly low, and the daily low and the weekly low, all the same. We went through, blew right through the monthly pivot. For the day, yesterday we went through the opening range for the year. So we are now in the negative territory for the year. Once again, we're now 133 pips below that yearly open, 543 off the high, 166 off the low, but we have not expanded the range so far this year. We blew out of the inside bar from 6 days ago on, that was on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we broke below the inside bar from last week, and Thursday we broke well below it, and we also broke below the inside bar from a month ago. From 3 months ago. And right now we're 111 pips below that level. Only 82 pips of range today. The pound New Zealand, the new beast, has 236 pips of range. But look at the dollar yen, only 50 pips of range. I'm wondering why so little there. I guess the pound New Zealand traders, they must really be having a field day. Taking a look at the buy zone, you see we never hit the actual buy zone, but we hit the short zone here, and then just what about, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5, 6 hours ago, we actually touched up here. In fact, I was trading. I had gotten short. It took off against me, but then I covered. I added in up here, and I actually got out. Too bad I didn't hold the shorts because I covered around 74, and it's now at 19. But since I'm not a long-term trader, I take those pips when I can. And the rats, it looks like, both rats feasted today. We had a feast by the green rats and a feast by the red rats right here. And now maybe the green rats, maybe they'll get the feast again. You see they had a little feast here. Bambino Flex said to sell, go down. Price near the pivot on the pivot trading plan was a short. And we never got near the pivot. It just went from that open and just pretty much cracked through yesterday's low and fell down long at S1. You see here it came down, flipped back up, ran back up. So there was an opportunity here at S1 and another little one here. But as you can see, sellers definitely have taken over the market. Missed pivots. We missed the pivot today. But we did take out the weekly pivot so far this week, and we took out the monthly pivot. Because that was, we were wondering about that monthly pivot. In and out of that lower wick zone from yesterday. And this week's range is 335, puts us in the 91 percentile over the last 12 weeks. Okay, high minus previous high, 10 pips. Previous low minus low, 194. So definitely the plungers, the shorters were in control. High minus close, 334. And close minus low is 1 right now. High minus open, 103 for the weekly crossover traders, and open minus low, 231. Now looking at some simple price action here, it's just down, down, down. Taking a look at M30, you can see here, pretty much everything's going down. I forget who it was. There was somebody over on FOREX Factory, and in fact, I wrote an indicator. It says if a fifth grader or 5-year-old looked at this chart, and he go, "Oh well, price is here, it's here, so price is going down." You know, it's kind of that simple. Why do we complicate things? Let's see, I haven't updated the multimeter. I've got a couple new multimeters that I might want to use instead. One of them, I think, did I put ignition on here? No, not yet. I put liquidity zone. This is interesting. What do we got here? You need to refresh this? Yeah, somehow. Oh, I know what happened. I was working on the code, and I guess I need to go in and wipe out those objects. Let's see here. Can't do it by date, unfortunately. Let's see. Are there some down here? Yeah. And that cleans that up. So USD strengthening detected across major pairs. Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Seeing broad, broad US strengthening. 15 on the 30. Yes, the same. Same on H1. 7s on H4. That's from the strength indicator. 5 on the weekly. And -5 on the monthly, which means you might want to think about buying if you're a monthly. No, that's on the 5. It's a -5. Now it says monthly, -5. It's a 5 on the month. So depending on which chart period you look at, it's either strong sell or strong buy right now. So right here on M5, it's looking like a buy. We just closed above a previous, or opened above the previous midpoint. So there might be some chance to make some pips. We've got a new M30, so it might want to run back. Just have to wait and see. You can see here on the fractal radar, that's we're using the close right now, not fractals. But you can see here there's not much below, not much closing below this level today. And you can see the daily pivot was in this area right here. There's the future pivot. The daily pivot was right between 34.40 and 34.50. So right there. So I modified to add that code in because it just, that way you don't have to be looking at the lines on the chart. You can go, oh, okay. And then if you want to take a look at it, you can. But it's just a heads up alert for me. Once again, 334 range. Let's see what the ATR looks like on that now. ATR percent, that is. All right, we're up to 79, so we've passed February and March now. And we still have 2 trading weeks, even though we do have a holiday the last trading week of the month. So probably that Friday and that Monday, probably not much happening. But next week, we should have 5 days of active trading. And since we did go below, let's see that close minus year-to-date open percent, we are now minus 1.01%. So you can see big shift in the market. So we look at the monthly, we cross below that pivot. We got a higher high and a higher low. We've got a down candle. So I consider that actually, no, that's a sucker bar. Higher high, higher low, but down candle, sucker bar. Don't take signals with that bar. On the weekly, we're definitely below the lower wick zone of the previous week. 228 pips below the weekly open. The previous bar was an inside bar. I think I alerted traders earlier this week that, hey, we had an inside bar on the weekly. It could be a big explosion one way or the other, or both. Seller strong control below the previous mid and the previous pivot. On the daily, once again, seller strong control. We broke out of yesterday's low. And let's see, price is moving up slightly there. Looking at the play-by-play, I should probably change the color to black so you guys can see it better in the video. And I've made it so you can actually put 2 of these or more, depending on how wide your screen is. So right now it says the dollar's flat. Market continues building higher lows preserved. Oh, we just have a new minute. Broad U.S. dollar strengthening detected. Dollar is currently exhibiting bearish pressure on cross currencies. Upward expansion failed to find acceptance. Buyers are trapped at the highs, increasing the probability of a short mean reversion, and we're putting in a sell. And one of the things I was doing today, in fact, after I was trading, then I started coding, so I switched from real money to demo, and basically just when I get this change here, I just start taking buys, and then when it changes, then I just start taking sells. And sometimes you get stuck for a while. Like, for example, if you took these buys here, here, and here, you got stuck. But then if you just kept with the program here, they averaged out for a win. And then the sells along the way put pips in your pocket. And that's what it's all about. So, fellow traders, I really hope you all had a profitable week. And I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend. And I want you to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.